Hello students, so we will start the unit 2. Okay, so in the previous video we have already discussed about other thing, so today we will learn about the unit 3. Okay, so correct measurement of length. Okay, so length is measured by a generally meter scale. Okay, and in meter scale we know that 100 centimeter comprises of 1 meter. That means a meter scale is divided into 100 parts, and these 100 parts are called the centimeters. And we know that 10 centimeter, okay, not 10 centimeter, 10 millimeter equals to 1 centimeter. So that means, and each millicentimeter is further divided into 10 parts. How many 10 parts? This 10 part, and these 10 parts are known as our millimeters. Okay, so 1 meter is divided into 100 parts, that parts are known as centimeter, and centimeters are further divided into 10 parts, then that are known as millimeters. Okay, the meter scale is a replica of standard meter and can be made from, you can see that meter scale, it is made of wood or plastic or steel. Okay, so for convenience we can have half meter scale or still smaller scale. So we can see that generally we use 15 centimeter scale, 30 centimeter scale. Okay, we use this type of scales, or we can use the 100 centimeter scale also. These are generally made up of wood. Okay, so now, so method of measuring of length. So how we will measure the length, or what are the method to measure the length? Okay, so we need to understand that. So method of measurement of length, the following methods are employed to correctly measurement the length. Okay, number one, so if we take the scale from where we mark it, or from where we first put the first end, that is from the 0. Okay, so place the meter scale along the object such that one end of the object coincides with the 0. Suppose we are measuring a pen, so this is a pen, so we will put the 0 mark here of the scale. Okay, and after that we can find the measurement. So this can be achieved with a fair degree of accuracy by keeping the line segment vertically. Okay, so suppose you are taking 0 either in the towards the left or towards the right, there will be some incorrect. Okay, there will be no precision. So to calculate the length more precisely, we have to take 0 to the end of the pen or any end of the object. Okay, and to avoid the error due to parallax, some meter scale are made up of very thin or have believed edges. Fine. Next, number 2 is, now shift your line of sight to the other. Now we have to look up to which length the object is measured. That is, this was the object, so this was the object and this is the first end. So we have to take the 0 end towards the first end of the object. Okay, and then you have to shift the line of sight. So this was the first line of sight. We will see at what length the object is. So you can see that clearly the line of object is this one, and this is the end of the object. Okay, so from this we can calculate the length. Okay, it will be 3.1 or 3.2 or 3.3 or 3.4 or 3.5 by counting the centimeters and millimeters. Okay, so example number 3, point number 3, however sometimes it happens so that other edges of the object does not coincide with any of the marking of the meter scale. Sometimes, suppose this is the meter scale, 2 points are there, suppose the object is lie between this. Okay, that means neither it coincide with this one or neither it coincide with this one, it is in the middle. Okay, so in such cases we make approximation. Okay, approximation. For example, in figure 1.2, which figure? This figure. So we can see the length. It does not, you can see, you can zoom this. Okay, so if I zoom this one, so you can see this one. Okay, clearly the line of sight is in between the middle. Okay, so in such a situation, what we do? We do the approximation. Either the line of sight, these was the two lines of the meter scale, either the line of sight is in middle or towards the left or towards the right. In this way we can take the approximation. Okay, so let us learn that also. So for example, in that figure 1.2, the other end is between 3.5 and 3.6. okay, so this will be suppose 3, 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, 3.4, 3.5, 3.6, 3.7, 3.8, 3.9, and this will be 4. So that measurement was in between 3.5 and 3.6. So that means the line of sight was in between these two. This will be our 3.5 and this will be our 3.6. okay, so we can make approximation by saying that this will be our 3.55. fine. So more measuring the exact length with greater accuracy, especially when we are measuring a very small length, we use additional appliances, and depending upon the nature of the measurement, the instrument used are generally we use vernier calipers or micrometer screw gauge. So these are used to measure very small length and very precisely. Okay, so first we will learn today about the vernier calipers, and in the next video we will learn about the micrometer screw gauge. So vernier calipers was invented by Perry Vernier. It was an accuracy up to 0.1 centimeter. It gives an accuracy up to 0.1 centimeter, and following are the essential parts of the vernier calipers. So it have the main scale, vernier scale, external jaws. Okay, so let us learn this. So main scale, it is a thin long strip of steel on which a scale is engraved in millimeter, and the main scale is generally 15 centimeter long. So you can see this one. So this is the vernier calipers, and its length starts from 0, and from 0 it will continue till 15 centimeter. So this is the main scale. Okay, you can see this is the main scale. Fine. So after main scale we have the vernier scale. So it is a small movable scale of steel which can slide along the main scale, and it has 10 division mark. So this is the vernier scale, this one. So this is the movable part, this is dark part, this dark part is the movable part. Okay, so you can see this reading, these are the readings. Okay, these are these readings. So it have only measured up to 10 divisions. Okay, it had up to only 10 divisions on it, such that the total length of the 10 division is equal to 9 millimeter. So it have 10 division. 10 divisions means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So how many length? 1 millimeter, 2 millimeter, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So 10 divisions make 9 millimeter. Okay. So the vernier scale can be fixed in any desired position along the main scale by tightening the screw. Okay. So external jaws. Next we have the external jaws, that is J1 and J2. The jaws J1 is fixed to main scale and commonly called the fixed jaw, and the J2, the jaw J2 is fixed to vernier scale and is commonly known as movable jaw. Okay, so one jaw J1 is fixed to main scale and other jaw is fixed to vernier scale. So you can see the two jaws, where two jaws, this is the jaw and this is the first jaw J1 and this is the second jaw. So this jaw is on the main scale, J1 is on the main scale, whereas J2 is on the vernier scale. Okay, so we have more than other jaws also, we have J3, J4 also, so we will learn that. Now J1 and J2 are called the external jaws because they are used to measure external dimension of an object, such is your length or diameter of a cylinder or a sphere or anything. Okay, so J1 and J2s are external jaws. Now we have the internal jaws also, J3 and J4. So this jaw J3 is fixed to main scale and is commonly called fixed internal jaw. This is your J3 and this is your J4. These are our internal, and the jaw J4 is fixed to vernier scale and is commonly known as movable internal jaw. Okay, so how we will measure it? So before measuring it, these are all the same. So we have the tail. Okay, this is the tail, last one, tail. So it is connected to vernier scale from the behind, and it slides back and forth along the vernier scale, and it is used to measure internal depth of cylinders or hollow tubes. So when the jaws J1 and J2 are closed, then the zero of the main scale coincide with zero and the vernier scale. So at this moment, 9 divisions. Okay, at this point, 9 divisions on the main scale coincide with the 10 division of the vernier scale. So you can see that. So ninth division, this 9th division of the main scale coincide with the 10th division of the vernier scale. And there will be vernier calipers which have 20 divisions for a centimeter on a main scale and 20 divisions engraved on the vernier scale also. So we have considered the 10 divisions. So some vernier calipers have 20 divisions also. Okay, so in that your one will be the 20th division will be fixed to 19 division. So this will be on the main scale and this will be on the vernier scale. Okay, so if it 10 division movable, and if we consider 10 division, so your 9th will be on the main scale and 10th will be on the vernier scale, as you can see this one. So this is the 10 division scale. Okay, so principle of vernier calipers. So as explained in figure 1.4, generally 10 vernier scale division are exactly equal to 9 main vernier divisions. So we know this. So 10 vernier scale divisions are exactly equal to 9 main scale divisions. So as main scale is graduated in millimeters, therefore we can say 10 vernier scale division is equal to 9 main scale division. MSD means main scale division, VSD will be vernier scale division. So one vernier scale division will be dividing both sides by 10, we will get the answer. So this 9 by 10 MSD or 9 by 10 millimeter, as 1 MSD is equal to 1 millimeter. So answer is 0.9 millimeter. That means one vernier scale division is equals to 0.9 millimeter. Fine. So thus the difference between one main scale division and one vernier scale division is 1 millimeter to 0.9 millimeter. That is, it has a precision up to 0.1 millimeter. Thus we can say we can measure a length up to 0.1 millimeter. So it has a precision up to 0.1 millimeter. Okay. So in the next video we will discuss about the simple definition. Okay, pitch, least count. Okay, till then prepare this, or if you have any doubt then you can contact me.